Alright, first things first, let's go ahead and pop this hood and see what's the easiest thing to tackle today. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and remove all this plastic. That way I can access the coils and the spark plugs. I'm going to start with that today. Just pretty much a tune-up. Get the air filter replaced because the other one was filthy. And also we are missing a headlamp, which is one of those with the ballast. The whole ballast and bulb are missing in this one. We'll take care of that as well. Let's go ahead. As far as the plugs and the coil, I decided to go with Denso on the spark plugs. These are the Denso Iridiums spark plugs. And as far as the coils, I went OEM, so I got the Bosch coils for them. I wanted to stay as stock as possible in the original. Let's go ahead and get those replaced. Quick thing here, so these are the ones that were installed on the vehicle right now. These are also Densos, but these are the platinum ones, and this vehicle requires iridium. I'm not sure if that was affecting much, but the car is burning rich and I'm getting some detonation as well. Not sure if you can tell right there, but there's some carbon buildup starting to form up. And I don't think these plugs are that old. That's why I want to go ahead and replace them. So check this out. This is what was installed, right? This is what I just got. These are the Denso Iridiums. And look at that. This is considered, I guess, a cold plug. And this is what it's supposed to be from factory. Look how much it sticks out. Yeah, this thing definitely had the wrong plugs. Wow. I'm trying to do some research to see if this is even an option for this engine, and I can't find anything that tells me that you can use this spark plug. So I'm guessing this is what they had around and they threw it in there. I know that they were trying to trace a misfire on this engine because a couple of the wires on, especially on coil number 2, this strip, so we're trying to check voltage there, but I don't see why they would have used this spark plug. I'm guessing this had, or maybe they just saw Denso and it says a Denso, whatever, throw it in there, it screws in, a car started, it started running, it runs like it has no power, but it runs. So I have no idea. There's no option for this PK20TT Denso spark plug for this N52 engine. So I'm glad I'm doing this, or starting with this. And that's it, spark plugs and coils are done. Let's move on to the next thing. Alright, the next thing is belts. So the belt doesn't look that bad. There's a little bit of cracking and very dry. So let's go ahead and get the new one on. And that's it for the belt. It's just one belt, one tensioner. Pretty easy. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the cabin filter area back together. Throw the cabin filter in. I believe I'm missing a piece for the cabin filter to sit correctly. So I'm about to find out what that is once I have it all together. And for sure, I know I'm missing the screws that hold the upper part or the cap of that cabin filter assembly into place. So I gotta probably stop at the hardware store and see what will fit. Right, so this is the new cabin filter. Oh, that way. So looks like the filter goes on the cap first, then it sets there. It looks like it's like in like this. Alright, it looks like it just sits in there like that. And then this goes. But I'm missing the screws that hold this in place, so I gotta figure out what's going on there. But the cabin filter is in place. While I'm in this area, I want to see if I can go ahead and fit the headlight bulb with the ballast. I believe I'm also missing something, but like I said, I'm not familiar with the E90s, and I won't know until I try and putting things together. So I did notice that the plug doesn't look like a regular plug, and when I noticed on the pictures, and the plug looks sort of like this. Now, is this gonna sit in there? I don't know. I'm about to find that out, or am I missing something? Okay, I think I just noticed there is a bulb in there with no ballast, so it probably broke. I gotta try to remove that. So I had to give up on the headlamp for a minute because I noticed that a bunch of the wires, insulation has come apart. So more than likely I'm gonna have to remove this headlamp and start fixing the insulation. Otherwise I'm gonna have bigger issues. And I don't wanna blow that headlight that I just got. Not cheap. So I'm gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the air filter. And I think that should be it for today. Old filter, and we got a new Bosch filter as well. Let's go ahead and put that on. So quick recap, I just did the spark plug coils, did the belt, the cabin filter, and the engine air filter. We are holding off on the headlamp ballast because of the wiring looking rough. So I guess all that's left is to start it and see how it runs now. So when I started it, started rough. It kind of settled afterwards. It does feel like it's still running a little bit rough, but I'm not sure if it's a mount. Because when I rev it, it just revs freely. It revs nicely. So I think I'm gonna take it for a test drive and see if it feels any better. I do still have to replace the leak detection pump, which is still in order, and it should be here, if not Monday, Tuesday. So I wonder if that will make a difference. Right now, it's just disconnected. But I'm gonna take it for a drive and see if I feel any difference. All right, so the reason why it was running rough was because the coil number 6 was not pushed in all the way, or the plug for it wasn't pushed in all the way. So I was able to confirm that when I pulled the codes, and it was telling me that there was a misfire on that one cylinder. So secured it, pushed it back in, and make sure the other ones were pushed in all the way as well. Clear the code, and it's idling perfect right now. And having the OBD2 continuously reading right now to see if it gives me another code, but the only code that I'm coming up with right now is the one for the leak detection pump, which I mentioned that is still on its way. Should be able to replace that by next week, but looks like that we have a big improvement here as far as engine goes.